looking at the New York, Susquehanna, and Western's Utica yard, where 3040 and CSX leaser 4423 are spooling up to begin their day. We'll catch them heading down Schuyler Street. It's 71 degrees and very humid. It appears as though 3040 will be handling the duties on the branch by itself today, leaving 4423 and the Utica yard. And as always, Vito was very excited to see the train on Schuyler Street. Well, they're now off the Susquehanna's Utica Binghamton, Maine, and are on tracks once belonging to the West Shore Railroad. They'll head this way to switch out that boxcar in New Hartford and then back up to the main and head down to Sangerfield, taking a few covered hoppers with them. The crossing protection here on French Road is a traffic light. When the traffic light turns red, the railroad signal that we're looking at will turn green, indicating to the engineer that it's safe to proceed across the crossing. Got two boxcars to switch at Oneida Warehouse in New Hartford, And they'll probably pull out a few empties. We'll know eventually, because they'll likely take those empties down to Sangerfield along with the covered hoppers. The warehouse in New Hartford is reached on former New York, Ontario, and Western Utica Division tracks. They'll come off the west shore a few hundred yards beyond me and head on to the old O&W tracks. So I expect to catch them a little bit on the way to Sangerfield. Probably about an hour and a half or so from now. The switch has been lined for them to head on the old O&W. The ex-West Shore heads straight across Shenango Road and heads over to New York Mills, where there are 3 customers: McCraith Beverage, Dye Highway, and SCI Plywood. Actually 4 customers, including Fountainhead Group, reached via the ex-West Shore tracks, which lead to New York Mills. I'll be told he's had enough of railroad history for the morning. He wants his breakfast, so we're going to head back, give him some breakfast, and wait for the Susquehanna to head on down to Sangerfield, up and over Paris Hills 1.8% grade. I'm under the eaves of the former New Hartford passenger station of the Delaware, Lackawanna, and Western Railroad. This part of Utica was once in the town of New Hartford up until the early 1920s. When the city acquired this land, the railroad kept the station name as New Hartford. We're about 3 miles or so south of the Susquehanna's Utica yard. Expect them to be heading by here fairly soon. This building is now the Beer Hub. It's a great local establishment. Wide selection of beers and good sandwiches. So if you're in the area, be sure to stop by the Beer Hub, have a drink or two and a nice sandwich, all in a former railroad station. Someone once mentioned to me that when she was a little girl, she was inside this station in the winter waiting for a train to head south. She recalled a fine old pot-bellied stove being used to warm the station. It was a memory she recalled fondly. She went down to some place in New York's southern tier. This line goes all the way down to Binghamton, although it is out of service south of Sangerfield to Shenango Forks, about 60 miles. Sangerfield, the destination of the train you'll be seeing going by here soon, is 23 miles south of Utica. There are 3 customers in Sangerfield. Might as well pick a few black raspberries while waiting for the train. Got it. Now at the former DL&W Chadwick station, about 3 miles or so beyond the last segment. The only reason I'll be able to catch them here is because they had to hold just past the last segment to get clearance from the dispatcher to proceed, as there's been ongoing track work on the branch. See the track work occurring just down the line. So they're going to hold at a block station known as Mills until the dispatcher tells them that piece of equipment is off the tracks. Appears as though that piece of equipment is now on the tracks and heading south. They'll come off the track somewhere a little bit beyond here. Once that happens, UT1 get the all clear signal from the dispatcher and head by this way. I'm in Paris Station, just a little north of the summit of Paris Hill. It's not windy up here for once. Usually it is very windy up here. So we'll catch them heading on by this overlook. That is Lincoln Davies, a business which dates back to the late 1860s or 70s, I believe. And they're very nearly at the summit of Paris Hill right now. Super humid today. Thunderstorms later on, perhaps. It's late afternoon, still on July 3rd. Gonna catch the Susquehanna coming back from Sangerfield, heading northbound on Schuyler Street. So from Utica, New York, along the New York, Susquehanna and Western on Schuyler Street, on a warm, hazy, humid, late afternoon. This is Railroading Rambler, out for now. Well, be told it was a good day trackside. Now it's time to head home for some dinner. Thanks for coming along and being a loyal companion.